I'm Gary Freeman.
I'm Lynn.
Get ready, because we're Flippin Cheyenne! We know every house has a story. Whether you had moved in, maybe it was built in the 40s or the 50s or the 60s, and then maybe when you've sold a home, your home had stories, and this house, Lynn, is no different than any other house. It has stories also. What year was this built?
This house was built in 1954.
Okay.
And from what I understand, the house was built by a doctor, Dr. Dixon. So in the day, Dr. Dixon and his wife raised 7 kids in this house, and they lived here until they passed away. And the kids eventually sold the house because not all of them live in town. And so the house has a really rich history. They were all born and raised here. And then sadly, the house went through some hard times and it was foreclosed on. So we just hope that we can bring it back to its luster for a brand new family to enjoy.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's certainly come to life, Lynn, and I would say we'll walk around the home here and check it out, and maybe you can tell us a little bit of history about it as we're walking through on this edition of Flippin Cheyenne. Let's go check it out. All right, the room that we're standing in now, believe it or not, was a garage. It was a garage that went from the front of the house all the way to the back of the house. Is that right?
That is correct. So this is the master bedroom, which we totally redid into a master suite with patio doors to the outside. And then we gutted the master bathroom because these days everybody wants 2 vanities. So it was a little bit of a challenge just because of the arrangement of the bathroom, but we gutted that and started over and were able to put 2 vanities in there.
Lots of space here, lots of places to put junk, put clothing, and the luxury of getting up in the morning and walking right out in your own backyard, whether you're in your nightgown or your skivvies, it doesn't matter. And I can't think of any greater way to buffer your master bedroom for where you're putting the kids than a dining room like this. What a great idea, Lynn.
Oh, I would just love this as a parent. So we have this great common space, and then the bedrooms are on the other wing, as I'm going to call it, the back wing. So you can come together and then you can go your separate ways, which I think would be fantastic.
Right, and this is beautiful what you've done with the floor and the fireplace here. Lots of open windows here. People really like that, and even over in the kitchen area. So here you see we're next to these wall lockers, and Lynn, tell us about these.
Well, I take a little poetic license here because I don't know this for a fact, but I really love to sit in a house and get the charm and character of a house. So I'm imagining, and I think this is probably pretty close to the truth, the laundry room's right here, gigantic laundry room, this great storage behind, and this whole wall of lockers. So I'm imagining that the mom did the laundry, came out to each of the locker of her 7 kids, and shoved all the clean laundry in there so she didn't have to take it upstairs and fold it. And so we left those because it's just charming. And I've even gone on with the story that a lot of lockers, there's some screwdriver marks on the front. And so I'm just guessing that the kids were trying to break into each other's lockers because they all had keys, they're all numbered. So
yeah, very organized, but kids are kids, and we know how they like to harass one another and maybe switch the clothes around or something like, hey Mom, how come I have Johnny's britches and not my dress or whatever? So you could just imagine, but what a great idea. I mean, the laundry room, the wall lockers, just do your laundry and put them away, and there you go. Kids come down and pick it up, so it's great.
And you never really have to yell at them to come and get their clothes because, you just shove them in there.
That's right. So with any home, Lynn, we were talking about there's always challenges, what wall to take out, what to keep, what will bring value to the house, what won't bring value. So no doubt you had challenges in this home too.
In this house, the kitchen was probably the biggest challenge. The kitchen for this enormous house was 12 by 12. I don't even know how they managed with 7 kids. So how to reconfigure that, we had to move some windows, raise some windows to accommodate the height of the countertop. So that was a challenge between all the electrical and just the placement of the kitchen. Probably the next challenge was the master bathroom because it has a window right in the middle, and we have to have 2 sinks. We just have to. That's just what buyers demand these days. So we ended up doing back-to-back vanities, which turned out really great. Probably the 3rd biggest challenge was this fireplace, because we really wanted to bring a modern vibe personality to the house. and one whole wall was orange brick. And some people probably love that, but some people don't. So we did a concrete application and painted it, and it really made a dramatic difference just to the appeal of the house.
Wow.